Listen up, guys. For the first time ever, the United Nations has officially blacklisted Hamas for using sexual violence on October 7th and against hostages still held today. 680 days. That's how long it took. Nearly 2 years of denial, of silence, and of gaslighting from international organizations and women's groups that refused to believe the victims. Last week, the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres finally added Hamas to an annual report on conflict-related sexual violence. And Pramila Patten, who is his envoy, confirmed this in a later press conference. And I want to make this very clear, okay? Even aside from the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, I don't have much trust in the United Nations. I believe that the United Nations is a failed organization for many reasons, and I could dive into that, but that's not the purpose of this video. But the UN blacklist is only for groups credibly suspected of committing patterns of rape and sexual violence in conflict. Patterns, meaning Hamas. What they did was not random. It was deliberate. It was a strategy of war, a pattern, a recurring cycle of sexual violence. The sad part is that this took an enormous fight. Israel gathered a lot of evidence. They presented the evidence. Legal experts compiled the Dina report. Researchers documented testimony, and survivors from October 7th had to relive unthinkable trauma, all to force the world and the United Nations after 680 days to admit the truth. So now, just days before a UN session on sexual violence and conflict, Hamas is exposed for what it is, not just a terror group, but a group that weaponized rape and sexual brutality and violence on October 7th. And do not forget that Hamas still holds 50 hostages, men and women who were denied their freedom every single day. The UN Secretary General Guterres has demanded their immediate and unconditional release, but Hamas won't listen to them. And do they put as much pressure on Hamas as they do on Israel? No. But nonetheless, this ruling does matter because it proves that the atrocities of October 7th were systematic, that they were intentional, and that they are undeniable. The truth, which we have been screaming for so long, has finally broken through, and the world can no longer look away. Actually, they probably will.